Hey guys, how you doing there? Just doing some accelerated battery testing here, so just want to sort of show you what we do here at the Bat Lab when we do some testing. And we're coughing on the other hand, so I'm just going to put it down. Just want to spin this camera around. Here we go. So we're testing some Zenaji LTOs at the moment. This is an Australian product assembled here in Australia. And in the Bat Lab, so what we do, we've got a whole different appliances here, and the way I like to do my testing, my accelerated testing, is do real world situations. So we got a little 1600 watt inverter here. So I was thinking if I was going to buy a little small off-grid cabin solar system, what would I want? I want something to run around lights, TVs and fridges, and some basic stuff. So we test this out when we do our accelerated testing, where I can see, we've run this here, this little inverter, this little turbo oven, we cook a chicken, we've got an induction cooktop that we use. I've got the fridge running here. I've got the fridge open, so it uses a lot more power, doesn't turn off, because these fridges are so bloody efficient. They turn off unless you open them and close them and stuff like that, so I'll leave the lid off there. So these are a really sexy looking battery, I'll give them that. And they use the lithium titanates in them. So what we're doing here is we just charge these batteries up. We're almost at a full cycle here at the moment. So I'll just show you some history on these batteries being tested. And let's go in here. You guys can see that all right. So let's go to history. So out of these two batteries, so they're rated at 40 amp hours. We've pulled 81 amp hours out of them. So they're rated at 40 amp hours at C1, which basically means if it's a 2 kilowatt battery and if you put a 2000 watt load on it, you'll get 2000 watts out of it. So with these ones here, we're actually, the load's smaller. We're pulling about 1000 watts out of the batteries. So the average discharge of these, we're pulling about 50 amp hours out of them. So this one here, so we're using about 50% of the battery. In this test we've been doing, we've had the voltages down to 41.93. They shouldn't go lower than 42, but hey, we won't tell anyone. And the max volt's up to 56.9. Cool. So just jump over here. So that's basically what we do. So this is all data recorded online, and yeah, we'll do this with these batteries. We'll put them through. We've actually had to reset that gauge a few times because we've actually had one battery on, then we did two batteries and things like that. So it's all recorded on data online, so we had to go back and actually see all the different tests that we've done with one battery in, two batteries in, having a load on at 2000 watts, having a load on at 1000 watts. So at the moment, we've done all the 1000 watt loads. And then what we're going to be doing, finally yesterday we arrived our 3 kVA Victron. So we can set that up, get it installed, and we're going to be able to do our 2000 watt capacity test on these batteries, and then we'll do a 4000 watts. So we'll discharge it. So what we're trying to do there with just one module, we just see the differences, and what we've actually noticed that having two modules in, we're getting more capacity out than just having the one. So which is great. So we just when we did the capacity test with just one module in, the maximum we pulled out was about 39 amp hours, which is right. They say 97% you can pull out of the battery. The efficiency is pretty good in them as well. There's very little losses from what we put into what we pull back out. And then when we doubled the batteries and we put two in there for testing, we ended up getting a little bit more capacity. So that's when we pulled out that 81 amp hours out of the batteries, having the two batteries in there, which is pretty interesting. The other thing that would have changed as well is when we did do it yesterday, it actually wasn't as hot. That was the day we pulled out the maximum. Over the weekend, it was some really stinking hot days. It was still pretty hot yesterday, but it wasn't as hot as what it was on the weekend. It's very little capacity loss by the looks of things. And supposedly these LTOs, the hotter they get, the more capacity you get out of them. So, cool. If there's any questions or anything you'd like to see in the testing, just put in the comment below. And yeah, we can do it in the next video. Thanks guys, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Have a great day.